Live from the Keith Vincent Kalo Studios in Patterson, New Jersey, Green Hour Media presents Is This Real? Tonight, the Madden Curse. What's going on? And now your host, JC3.
Welcome, everybody, to another fantastic episode of Is This Real?
Is this real?
Tonight's episode, as the Pope himself said, we are talking about the Madden Curse. Yes, the John Madden NFL game curse. And in the booth tonight, in the place of Big Joe, I have Cito. Cito, welcome.
Hola.
I have Izzy with his first episode this season.
What's going on?
We have the Pope himself.
But the Pope.
We have Mr. West in the building.
Oh, konbawa, motherfucker.
And I'm JC3. This episode is presented by your friends at Dubby. Go to dubby.gg, punch in the code IsIsRealPC for 10% off your order.
That'd be great. I snorted a line before.
Okay, we're not. No, shut up.
I was up for 4 days.
Shut up.
Cuatro días.
We.
So yes, we are talking about the Madden Curse. And Madden Curse, Cito, we'll start with you. You ever heard of the Madden Curse before?
I've heard of it, yes.
You've heard of the Madden Curse? Anything deeper than just hearing about it?
Just hearing about it, really.
That's it? Okay. Izzy, football. You heard about the Madden Curse?
I've heard about the Madden Curse, but I also heard about the 2K cover curse, the NBA 2K cover.
I've never heard about that
for the players that end up on, because sometimes they do rookies. So,
really?
Yeah, 2K will do rookies. They'll put a rookie on their cover. The rookie ends up doing terrible, and they flop. That's it.
Interesting. Pope?
No, I mean, I've heard of it, but I guess I kind of put it out of my mind after a while. I'm like, how accurate can that be? But now we have like over 20 years of Madden covers.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? Like, it's something.
Yep. Mr. West?
I'm reading about it right now.
Thank you.
He just found out.
All right. So, yes, there is a specific curse that a lot of gamers will hear, especially if you're a sports gamer. Like, I'm not big into the online community of gaming as far as sports stuff, but
No, fuck people.
There's a
Wow.
big like online gaming community in the sports world. I know, Izzy, you know a little bit about that, right?
But
Online sporting, playing Madden online, because I don't really play the Madden online as much.
yeah, they have a whole
Championship. Yeah, there's professional stuff like that. So these people, as far as that, so basically what it is the Madden Curse is whoever dawns that year's cover. And John,
I'm sorry. Did you say dawns?
Yeah.
As in like D-A-W-N? Like
Dawn? Is that better?
Dawn, yeah.
I'm sorry, I used an accent. My bad.
That wasn't an accident. That's just the wrong word completely.
Oh, fuck off.
Oh, no.
All right, so basically it was
Whoever's on the fucking cover.
yeah, okay, so like I believe Madden started in 88, right? I believe that was the first game.
Yes, June 1st, 1988, John Madden Football.
Yeah, and that was whatever the fuck system was at that point. Was that
Could have been probably Sega
Atari?
Or Atari,
Yeah, something like that. This curse didn't start until 1999.
Right, because prior to that, it was just John Madden's fat ass on every cover, right?
Yeah, John Madden.
Yeah.
Until they started putting cover athletes on, and ever since then they've been putting cover athletes to because I think after 98 John Madden didn't have anything to do with it.
After 2000.
Yeah, after 2000 he didn't have anything to do with the game. He just collected royalties because it's his name.
Right.
So how basically it started is it's now 24 years, going to be 24 years.
Yeah.
And I would say about...
Can I just butt something in real quick?
Yes, go ahead.
So John Madden Football, the platform for the first game was for a Commodore 64, a Commodore 128, an Apple II, and then an MS-DOS.
So computers.
So they were for PCs.
Yeah, PCs.
And it was released for the Apple II in June 1st, 88, and then the Commodore 64 and 128 in 89.
Yeah. So it was for PC, not for consoles.
Ew.
Yes, it was basically that. That's what it was.
Yeah, it's terrible.
So they didn't start putting cover athletes on until 1999, and the first cover athlete was a player named Garrison Hurst. He played for the 49ers.
What year was that?
99.
I got
98
that.
actually.
Madden 99.
I got 2000 Eddie George.
Actually, no, yeah.
Well, Madden 2000 was
Yeah,
Barry
he was
Sanders.
on, he was on 99.
Eddie
right,
George
sorry.
was 2001.
2001.
Yeah.
Now for 2000, I got John Madden's fat ass again.
No, the special edition for the 2000 Madden was Barry Sanders, the Legacy
Oh.
edition.
Does that matter whether you're on? Is just if you grace the cover
Yeah,
at
you
all,
should do
or
like
is
the
it like,
vanilla, like.
or is it just
No,
like?
because it's John Madden.
Right.
There's no if they released it with John Madden in 2000, but the Legacy edition was Barry Sanders. He
Yeah.
still donned the cover, even though the general release was with John Madden.
Yeah, but
So you're doing like
Which
the
one for-
MVP ones too?
Any pro athlete, and that's what it is. Because there's a lot
Which
of
cover
stories.
was this one?
2000.
2000.
Barry Sanders had already retired by 2000, didn't he?
Nope.
No, he was still playing.
He was still playing 2000.
Okay.
So I'll just start off. I'll start off with Garrison Hurst, who was Madden 99. So
So that's not the official cover. That's like a special edition cover.
no, that was the official cover.
Official cover. I got something else. I got
Yeah,
John Madden.
Yeah, the John Madden one. That looks
Yeah.
like
He's holding the
official.
football, going, "What happened?"
All right.
I'm seeing him go like this.
So let's punch.
This
in.
is on NFL.com. I don't know.
Yeah, this says it started with Eddie George in 2000.
Oh, you're using the wiki?
I'm using the wiki.
I'm
Which
on
You
NFL.com
shouldn't
photos.
use wiki unless you can verify. That's
And
why
it's
they keep
like-
it like. at the
You
bottom.
don't get a player until 2001, which is Eddie George doing the stiff arm move.
Hold on, but the 2001 was released in 2000, though, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like
That
a
could be
year.
also why it's fucked
I
up.
just put it like this. These are special editions things that especially for up until 2001, where they continued to do it. They liked the John Madden because I remember I had John Madden for PlayStation. I had
Which
Madden
one?
2000 for PlayStation and was John Madden's fat ass on it.
Mhm.
But they started doing player edition ones after I think it was 2001 after Eddie George.
Right.
That's when it was official that John Madden was not donning the cover anymore.
Yeah, it was just players.
It was just players.
Yeah.
They did special editions, special different edition covers with Garrison Hurst and and Barry Sanders.
Garrison Hurst was a part of the PAL version, which was not released in North America.
Yeah.
That's where the confusion comes in, because it is the official release with Garrison Hurst, but it's the PAL version. So we in North America got John Madden's fat ass. Can we just say that for the rest of the episode? John Madden's fat ass.
That's fine. Yeah.
I like
Even
John
though
Madden.
we're like not in any position. Well, most of us are not in any position to talk. So yeah, I don't speak for you.
He's
then-
dead.
peak male
Yeah,
physical form.
John Madden is dead. Yes.
So could you say that he also suffered from the curse because he's dead?
No.
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 Okay.
But let's start
I
with
mean, he did
Garrison.
die
Hurst.
of just like old age.
Yeah, he died of old age. So
Yeah, but
Garrison
he was
Hurst.
like the OG, like
Life is a curse.
like when you get on the cover, and then next year or maybe the following year, like you just go downhill. You know?
Yeah, like it'd be
Well-
one thing if like he was like on the cover and then
Like
he got
the
hit by
cover
a
is
bus.
your peak.
Let's
Like,
just
you
put it like
peaked
this.
At the cover, and then after you flop.
Well, I don't know about that because a couple of Madden 12 had Peyton Hillis on it. Does anybody remember who the fuck Peyton Hillis is?
Madden what? 12?
Madden 12.
Are you speaking words to me right now?
He
Who
was
the
the
fuck-
word. I don't know who he was.
He was the running back of the Cleveland Browns. He had a super year that year.
He got cursed.
Yeah, so
who was
that's
playing
it.
for the Browns? There
Let's
you
just
go.
put it like this. We'll start with Madden 99 with Garrison Hurst, all right? We'll start with that, and I'll continue down. So Garrison Hurst was the first player to cover the Madden video game, and at the time, he seemed likely like a viable choice. He was the miss of a great run and even helped the San Francisco 49ers lead team to the NFL playoffs. He then suffered a broken ankle
Damn.
that was so bad he ended up missing 2 full seasons because of it. He was never the same player again.
It was like Derrick Rose.
Yeah. So basically,
Derrick Rose.
damn, you guys talk about Derrick Rose that way.
Yeah, because I believed in him, and then he let us all down.
I love
Yeah,
Derrick
he was-
Rose.
Yeah.
Speaking
Derrick
of, like,
Rose was a victim of
Not
the curse.
sidetracked. Do you know Kyrie just got traded today?
Yeah.
He got traded to Dallas.
Yep.
Oh my god.
So he's with Luka.
That's building another super team.
Yep. So
Kyrie's just a fucking.
all right, back
Never
to
mind.
mine. So basically, what has to be a curse, is that it has to completely change the directory of your career.
Yeah, okay, I get you.
All right, that's the biggest thing. It has to change the directory of your career, and if that badly, it did for Garrison Hurst.
Okay.
Because when you have monster seasons, I don't know if anybody, I know everybody's on their phone, but Izzy, can you pull up Garrison Hurst 98 stats compared to
Garrison Hurts 98.
Yeah. Like, because these are the things you have to look at as far as stats. And I know not a lot of people are stats people. You know what I'm saying? I am. I like looking at the stacks and people. Stats. Am I going to be made fun of all night now?
Probably.
Yes.
He made a very horrible comment in 2002.
Coming out, however, occurred in that season.
Pow?
Hurst ran for 1,570 yards and 7 touchdowns while averaging 5.1 yards per carry.
Which is basically half a first down. Like, you're
Yeah.
you're already at 2nd and 5.
So you're saying every time he gets the ball, he's already halfway
to a first down, which is
first down.
1,500 yards in the season is extremely well.
So
And 7 touchdowns in the season is decent also.
yeah, in 2002, apparently Asera Tualo, who was a defensive tackle in the NFL, came out that he was gay, and well, Gary over here turned around and said, "I don't want any faggots on my team."
Okay.
So he had to apologize.
Well, yeah. I mean, listen, the football is.
Because
Not
I
for
know
the
this
faint of
not
heart,
maybe what
unfortunately.
people want to hear, but
I'm
that's
not-
a punk.
I'm
I
not.
don't want any faggots in this locker room.
I'm not saying it's right because it's completely wrong.
Yeah, It's
But
completely
football,
wrong.
there's not a. I don't think there's any.
There's one openly gay football player.
one
right
openly gay football right now.
Yes.
Is that still Michael Sam or he's not in the NFL anymore?
I'm not entirely sure. Give me 1 second.
Because I don't think Michael Sam's in the NFL anymore.
I don't
I
think so.
don't think there's anybody.
I knew Michael Sam was coming in as the first openly gay football player.
Yeah, and he lasted half
2
a season.
seasons with Dallas.
Oh wow, 2 seasons?
yeah.
Oh, I thought it was less than that.
You okay. Carl Nassib.
Carl Nassib?
Yes, he came out. He revealed himself as
Was
gay.
he the same Nassib? No, I think the Nassib that was playing for the Giants was Ryan Nassib, his brother.
Carl Nassib revealed himself as gay June 21st, 2021. Became the first openly gay football player in an NFL playoff game on January 15th, 2022. And he is a outside linebacker for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Oh no, it was the same guy. Okay. But Wes, you have more of his stats. What was his stats after he broke his ankle? So I believe that's 2002 he came back.
That was a horrible year then. Not only did he have the fucking homosexual slur, he had a bad year playing the game too.
So like he definitely
Go to hell.
yeah.
I was
so
14 years old.
he had a bad year. Now,
Go sit in the corner. I'll put you on timeout.
as Wes is looking for those stats, I'll move on to the 2000
Sure.
cover, which was Barry Sanders.
Right.
Barry Sanders is an all-time great. You have those stats, Wes? No. Barry Sanders is an all-time great. Everyone knows Barry Sanders as far as football-wise. You're going to sit there and go, Barry Sanders is probably one of the top running backs of all time. He
True.
donned the cover of Madden 2000 and appeared on the Madden cover when he donned it. See, they put donned, D-A-W-N-E-D.
That's not the right thing. It should be donned.
So,
But donned also means to wear. So
uh,
that's not correct either.
so he donned Madden 2000 ahead of the 1999 season. Sanders would go on to pull one of the more shocking moves in sports history by unexpectedly retiring during training camp, similar to what Andrew Luck did ahead of the 2019 season.
But Luck was
And
fucked up.
Sanders would never play again. So they're contributing that. He was on the cover going in for that new season,
Though. Yeah.
and he retired for that new season.
Probably
Maybe
would've
that's
been-
just what he wanted.
He probably went, you know what?
He's like,
Fuck
I'm on the
this.
cover. I'm good.
Yeah.
He's
So
like, fuck y'all. Fuck this. I made
Yeah.
my money. It's the end of the
And-
career.
he never won a championship.
Neither did Dan Marino.
I believe he never won it. I don't think Barry. He played for Detroit. Detroit never won a championship.
That's not what makes players good anyway.
Well, agreed. I agree with you. In 2001, Madden 2001, it was Eddie George. Can you just check the time was? Yeah, that. So it was Eddie George. Eddie And Eddie George was arguably the best running back in football when he was on the Madden 2001 cover. While he didn't suffer as instant as a fate of some others on the list, George fumbled the ball from a strip by Ray Lewis in playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens that year, which was ultimately a big part of the Tennessee Titans being eliminated in that game. The following year, the injuries began for George until he retired after the 2004 season. So he was a great running back.
Yeah.
Had a bad game, and after that game, he was never the same running back.
But but look what caused him to have that bad game. Ray Lewis. We all know what Ray Lewis has done.
He killed a guy.
Not word.
Word. Well, he was acquitted, so it's not that.
That's like
Allegedly.
allegedly.
He allegedly killed the guy.
Well, we have a lot more to get to. We have 21. We're going to take a short little break, guys, and we'll be right back with more of the Madden Curse. Hey everybody, I'm JC3.
And I'm Mr. West.
And this episode is brought to you by Dubby. Made by professionals in the USA, Dubby was formulated to give you focus and energy with no jitters or crash.
No jitters.
Their formula contains vitamins, amino acids, including the patented Neurofactor. You know what Dubby doesn't give you?
What is that?
No calories,
No calories.
no sugars,
No sugar.
no fillers,
No fillers.
and no artificial flavors. When the raw ingredients arrive to their FDA-registered and inspected facility that strictly adheres to GMP guidelines, they undergo a quarantine while a small sample of each ingredient is taken to test for any impurities, while also being tested to ensure that the ingredients are actually what they are supposed to be and have the proper dosage.
And once the ingredients pass all the tests, then they're cleared to get mixed into the formula. So head on over to dubby.gg and use our offer code IsThisRealPC for 10% off your first order. That's DUBBY.GG and use the code IsThisRealPC for 10% off. They have great flavors such as Galaxy Grenade, Dub Sludge, Passion Joy Tea, Monkey Madness, and Dragonade. My personal favorites.
Dragonade right here. I got Dragonade right here. Delicious.
Drink Dubby.
And be better.
These products are not intended to diagnose, cure, or prevent any disease.
Hello, this is JC3 speaking. If you want to know more about Is This Real Podcast and our parent company Green Arrow Media, then visit greenarrowmedia.org. You can find and follow all of our social media pages through our website. If you love our content, then you can support us by subscribing to our YouTube channel and our Patreon page. Remember, that is greenarrowmedia.org.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Madden Curse presented by W Energy Drinks. WWW.
Buy fucking Dubby.
Go to w.gg, use the code IsThisRealPC, get 10% off.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for finishing that. I like
Yeah.
W too.
So do I.
Do you think these NFL players use W?
Probably
Should.
not, because they're not as cool as we are.
Probably. You're
Man,
right.
they snort coke. I snort W. We are not the same.
You want to be cool like us? Snort W.
Please don't. Please, for safety of your life, It is don't. not recommended.
I'm not a doctor, but I would not advise any of that.
Yeah,
Scroll down.
don't snort W.
Scroll down.
Leave that
There's
to
all
me.
the stats. You're on the website before. So the Madden 2002.
Yes.
This is where I start remembering them. Like I don't
Okay.
remember 2000 or 1999 or any of
I
them.
don't play Madden. So.
I know you don't. Thank you. So we get Dante Culpepper. Does anybody remember? Izzy, you remember Dante Culpepper?
I remember Dante Culpepper.
Yeah,
Very,
does sound
very.
kinda familiar.
He
Faintly.
Minnesota Vikings.
He played for Minnesota Vikings. So Dante Culpepper was one of the leaders the leader of the NFL's most exciting and prolific offenses with Randy Moss and Chris Carter.
Yeah.
He was a-
sir.
He was a rising star in the NFL and it landed him on the Madden 2002 cover. The year prior, Culpepper had the Minnesota Vikings sitting 11-5 with 33 touchdowns and 16 interceptions. Once he donned the cover, when it was released in September 2001, Culpepper took a huge step back in production, throwing 14 touchdowns and 13 interceptions before leading the Vikings to a 4-7 record and suffering a season-ending knee injury.
Yep.
So that's three people, as far as Garrison Hearst, Eddie George, and Dante Culpepper, all suffering major injuries that after they came back, they weren't the same quarterback.
Didn't
Like-
Culpepper eventually become a Jet?
No, Culpepper was never a Jet. Culpepper, I believe, finished his career with the 49ers, if I'm correct.
No, Detroit.
Detroit?
Yeah. But Culpepper, I wouldn't say he was
Yeah, he was
ass
in
right
Detroit.
after that. He had a great year in 2004.
He did.
Yeah.
He was never the same quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
Well, sure, probably not the same play style, but he threw for, what we got, 4,717 yards. Let me see. Only 11 interceptions, which is okay. 39 touchdowns, the highest in his career
that
in 2004. He
And
probably switched up his play style. Having an injury like that.
and he didn't have Randy Moss anymore.
Exactly.
When you're sitting there, like Randy Moss is one of the greatest wide receivers of all time. When you're sitting there doing that
He's
stuff,
on that list.
Yeah.
so still he suffered a major season ending knee injury.
He did go on to play to 2008, 2009.
2009. He has the stats up right here. He ended his career with Detroit, 2009.
It's not that bad though. He's still, even after an injury like that, he still
Never won a
he's still-
Super Bowl though.
Yeah, but he still completed for like over 50% of his throws after.
Well, that
Well-
could be a thing.
after-
If he probably never
Okay.
suffered that injury, he could have
I-
had Super Bowl potential.
When you're completing over 50%, like when you're a good quarterback, you're completing 65 to 70% of your throws. That's a target you want to hit.
yeah, no. He
If
did
you're
that.
below that,
Not yet. He did that. He did
you're-
that for
like Zach Wilson completes 50%
He did
of
that.
his
He
throws.
did that
Like,
for 05 and 06. He threw for 05 he threw for 64%, and then for 06 he started drop. That's where he started dropping after that 60, then 58, 52.
he played
and
for
he ended-
Oakland.
He played
you
for
know,
Oakland in 07.
It's one of those things where it's like he still had a career afterwards, but he wasn't the same guy.
right. No. I could see that. 04,
Well, that's the
04 was
thing,
his
it's-
best year, like Izzy said.
Yeah, it's not only the stats, but the curses. You end up on a curse, then sometimes it's just an injury. You get hurt, and that injury potentially could be, could change your whole
And it just
career
seems to
upside down.
happen. And it happens
And
right
it
after
happens
the,
right after
they
you
get on the
put on the
cover.
cover.
I'm just
So-
happy. I don't think any of these people ended up on a T-shirt, but my problem is like I don't think they died.
Wish I would have had.
No, I got
Yeah.
that.
Okay. I'm just like, because they do have T-shirts of these players, So
Yeah,
that,
I'm about
that
to say, like,
reference-
some of them definitely ended up on a T-shirt.
Yeah. So like I
Just didn't say, like, years and
Rest in
R.I.P.
peace.
Yeah,
Yeah.
didn't say that to him.
So here's the next interesting one, and I'll let because everybody in this booth should know this person. I'll let you guys sit there and debate this real quick. Madden 2004, the cover artist for Madden 2004 was Michael Vick.
My man.
When he went to jail.
Michael Vick, I think went to jail 2007.
Patron saint of Pitbulls.
Shut up. The problem with Michael Vick is that if you ever played Madden 2004,
Big dog.
because I know you probably have.
I don't know.
No,
It's probably
When
around
you-
the time my brothers were whooping my ass.
when
about it.
you played 2004 Michael Vick, he was broken. As far as like Michael Vick in that game could do anything. If you were playing with Michael Vick, you were winning that game no matter what.
Yeah.
He
just one of
was
those guys.
they call him, as far as in game, the most used and played Madden quarterback of all time.
Mhm.
Because Michael Vick can throw, Michael Vick can run. Again, he just never won a Super Bowl.
Well, he was one of the first kind of like
Hybrid quarterbacks.
hybrid quarterbacks that we've seen.
Yeah, I mean, you had
Prior to that-
Culpepper, who was a hybrid.
Culpepper was a.
You have
he was a scramble in the
Donovan
pocket.
McNabb.
Yeah, he was.
McNabb, too.
McNabb was too.
Even though
This was
McNabb
the
is not as
first-
fast as the other two.
No, this
No,
was the
no,
first
McNabb was a little
generation.
thick.
of
Not
those
even that. But you
scrambles.
had years before with the Eagles. You had who's
Cunningham,
Randall Cunningham. you
Randall
had-
Cunningham
Yeah.
was slim.
You had one of
Yeah.
these.
He
You
was
had
split.
once in a while.
You
You
had
had
Sean Jackson up there too.
you had one of these guys once in a while, but then you started seeing more consistently the quarterback who could take
Yeah.
off.
So Michael Vick in Madden 2004 to this day, like I said, is still considered the closest thing to a cheat code that a sports
Oh, yeah.
game, video game has
Michael
to
Vick
offer.
was like a wide receiver with an arm.
Wide receiver, running back with an arm,
With an
and
arm.
he can
Yeah.
drive through the players and stuff like that. Literally, it was broken. He was lightning quick and seemingly couldn't be tackled. Unfortunately, Michael Vick shattered his leg during the preseason that year and missed 11 games.
What year was that he shattered his?
2003.
And then he got arrested for the dog.
And then they
Well,
put
that
him.
didn't
Yeah,
happen
same
till
year.
07.
Yeah.
Well, he pleaded guilty.
He
to
is
that
a victim
in
of the
07.
curse.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. So
He's
that-
get puts on 2004 cover, shatters
Leg.
his leg in the 2003 season.
And that's why you sit there and that's another injury that. And after that, I mean, what was his stats after the 2004 season, like 2003, 2004?
After 03, 04.
Like, he was never one to throw 3,000, 4,000 yards, but he would rush for 1,500 and throw for 25.
Right.
You know, but it was
Numbers
just
got up there. He just did it differently.
after the
07, 08.
what was his 2006 stats?
2006.
He
2006.
threw for
He got
24, 74 yards.
yeah. He got
20
2000
touchdowns and with
Uh-huh.
a 52.6 completion.
He wasn't the best quarterback.
No.
He was a hybrid quarterback who sat there and ran, and that
Yeah.
was the the Atlanta offense. So he gets that. His play does take a dip a little bit, and then he gets arrested for the dog fighting, and then he comes back and he played for Philly for years. He played for the Jets, and he ended his career at Pittsburgh.
Yes.
And he was just never the same player. He wasn't a starting quarterback. For Philly, he was. And I mean, Philly had, when he was the quarterback for Philly,
Yeah, 2010. Philly.
he had especially
He started in 09 for Philly.
when they had Chip Kelly, that was they were running 70 plays per game, and that's unheard of in football. You don't run 70, 80 plays per game. That is a fast-paced offense,
Yeah.
and it just ruined everybody.
Yeah.
So this definitely stopped his
Well,
career.
the
a little
injury
bit.
for sure that made him a victim of the curse, but
Mhm.
I mean, it didn't take away his ability as a good quarterback. I felt like he
still had his.
he
He still did his thing.
Yeah,
every
he
once in a
still
while.
outlived his career until he
Mhm.
couldn't no more. But he did. I don't think he peaked. He peaked. I think he peaked in Philadelphia, in my opinion.
Really?
Yeah,
I
he
think
He
he
threw
peaked
the
in
most.
Atlanta.
He threw the most yards. He threw for the most yards in Philly. That was
What?
in.
The only reason I say that is because he was throwing because that was his style, but his team in Atlanta were juggernauts. Like, they never won anything. Like, they didn't win. Like, they always got beat by Donovan McNabb and the Philadelphia Eagles in the NFC Championship game. I remember that. But they never won anything.
If you can't beat him, join him.
And then he joined the Eagles, and
You live
they
long
didn't
enough
win
to see
anything
yourself
either.
Become the villain, right?
Word.
So for the Madden 2005 cover, gentlemen, it was Ray Lewis himself.
Nah, you can't tell me nothing about Ray.
Ray Lewis was one of the best defensive players in the NFL when he made the Madden 2005 cover. The season he opened the year with breaking his wrist, although he only missed one game because of it. He failed to record an intercept. An intercept for the first time in his career and took a significant step back in tackles. Some could argue the curse didn't actually get him until the following season, when he only played 6 games due to another injury.
Interesting.
So it's like they clipped him in the first year and really got him in the second year.
It was a little tease, really.
Yeah, it was like, we're gonna get you,
Got
motherfucker.
Got you.
Like, we know you killed that guy, but we're gonna catch you. Here's the interesting one for
I
Madden.
guess sometimes murder's okay.
Stop
it.
No,
Shut
no,
up.
It's not. I will Muay Thai you right now.
Don't Muay Thai me.
Muay Thai him.
All right, so Madden 2000.
Outside the frame.
No,
Mr. West.
I'm on video. He's gonna Muay Thai me. This is gonna be Exhibit A.
Mr. West, after we go on break, you got it. Okay.
No.
How much time we have? Okay, we have
Can I
room
get
for
that
2
written
more.
into my contract for this? We cannot be Muay Thai.
Nope.
got a few
So for
minutes.
Madden
Probably
2006,
be
Izzy,
over it in a few minutes, but
Yeah.
you got
At-
lucky.
gentlemen, for Madden 2006, this is one of the most interesting ones. The cover athlete was Donovan McNabb,
All right. Why is that so interesting?
because Donovan McNabb was, in my opinion, the year before, I believe it was the year before, he almost beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl.
Right.
And obviously Patriots beat him. But Donovan McNabb was one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL prior to landing the Madden cover. However, in his first game of the season, McNabb got hurt and it ended up missing 7 games that season. It was also the year he endured a very public feud with star wide receiver Terrell Owens. McNabb never made it back to the Pro Bowl after that season.
Interesting.
Yeah, him.
What year was that?
2006.
Oh,
So probably 2005, 2006. So McNabb gets to an argument with Terrell Owens after coming back off an injury that season. And Terrell Owens was always a problem person in the locker room to begin with.
But Terrell was
With
was
the
playing
Eagles.
for the
Yeah.
But wasn't he playing for 49ers at one point?
Before
too?
that.
Before that.
He was playing for the 49ers before that. He was drafted by the 49ers, I believe.
Oh yeah.
He was drafted by the Niners and went over to the Eagles.
To the Eagles. Okay.
And then he spent time with Dallas. And then he spent time with Buffalo.
And then usually.
And then ended his career with Chad Ochocinco in Cincinnati.
in Cincinnati. Okay.
Yeah, because I remember it was like Ochocinco, Chad Johnson, and Terrell Owens on one team with
T.O.
and they didn't do
Ochocinco.
dick. But so basically, another injury happens. Not because of. We can't say because of. Because it's we don't know.
Sure.
My thing with this is we go into another break, and I'll ask this question to you guys because I think there might be at least 2 or 3 breaks in here. What was the force behind this?
God.
Was it because as we talk about curses, there's always someone putting the curse on someone, or just there's a supernatural force behind it, right? I've never tried to figure out or have heard of what. This is just something that happened, something that people have come up and happened. People have come up with. It does not try to be acknowledged. The only person who's acknowledged it, as we I talk later because we still have a couple more people here, is Tom Brady has acknowledged it because quote unquote hasn't affected him. But we'll get to that later.
Yeah.
We're gonna take a short little break right now, and we'll be right back with more of the Madden Curse. This is the most I've talked.
Oh.
Yeah.
So this curse starts in 2000.
Yeah. All this happens. New millennium.
Who was drafted in 2000?
Tom Brady. So the curse has to end with Brady. We have to go. If he comes out as gay, we did definitely end it then.
I'm definitely going to weave that into my next segment.
What the fuck?
Bro,
Oh, no,
to be
don't you
honest,
worry. We're going into the Jeffree Star territory in a minute.
Oh yeah.
What?
I was really thinking about that.
when you come back, I'll just go right in. I'll just kick it off from there.
No. Because
Yeah,
we're only in 2007 right now. We have a couple.
I know.
Because we have Brett Favre to go through.
But you asked me about.
Not even the age of 10 at this point.
Save it to the end.
Okay.
Save it to the end.
I'm counting these games by what age I was at the time.
Okay.
Oh,
You ready?
you ever fart and it comes on and
I'm
scratches
gonna-
your asshole?
Yes.
Oh, 10 out of 10.
Okay, so I'm going to quickly go through 2007, 2008, and we'll talk a little bit about Brett Favre and his 2008 9 cover.
Okay,
And then I'll speed through a couple more
sure.
until we get to, we'll talk about Peyton Hillis. I do want to talk about the Odell Beckham Jr. one. And then I'll really start with 2016 was OBJ and stuff.
Whatever.
Like that.
Let's just hurry this fucking shit up.
This might be an extensive one. All right, ready? 5, 4, 3, 2. And welcome back to the Madden Curse as we
We're
do
here.
more presented by W. Go get your drinks. Go to w.gg, 10% on your order.
Using
That'd be
code
fantastic.
is this real PC?
Yes, using code is real PC. Sorry, I forgot about that. But
I have an idea of what started the curse.
what?
Do you want me to get into this now, or do you want me to wait to the end?
I mean, you obviously said it, and people are going to want to hear. So if you,
It's called a
That's-
cliffhanger. They can.
yeah, talk about what you think started the curse, and then get deeper into it towards the end.
There was a player who was drafted in the year 2000, and he became one of the greatest of all times. And he just retired, and he is, I think, on the peak of making NFL history yet again. It just hasn't been announced yet.
All
Do you want me to end it there?
Yes, end it right there.
Yeah,
Oh,
at that point, you might as well just said it, because like that was like the biggest giveaway.
I'll add one little more to this cliffhanger.
He's edging us.
He's gonna cut his
Whoa.
cock off.
Okay, no, okay. What the fuck?
Uh,
Anywho, so we'll get back into the cover athletes.
I think so.
We'll get back into the cover athletes. You ready?
Okay.
Izzy, you remember Shaun Alexander?
No.
You don't remember Shaun Alexander, really?
No, I don't.
Shaun Alexander was the Seattle Seahawks running back.
Running
was-
back? Wasn't he like thick or something like
He
that?
was a thickie. He was
Yeah,
a
he
thick
was.
boy.
I might have remembered him.
Number 27. He donned the cover of the Madden 2007. He was coming off one of the best seasons ever for running back, breaking the single season rushing touchdown record. Once on the cover, Alexander fractured his foot, missing 6 games that season, and never truly recovered from the injury. He was out of the league entirely 2 years later.
Yeah, the curse definitely got
When
him.
you fracture your foot as a running back,
Oh yeah.
you're done.
Anything below the knee as a running back, you're that's it.
see these next couple, because this is the point where, as far as us, I know you're still at like what 3 at this point, like Cito. As far as
What year will we be on?
2007, 5.
Oh, God. Yeah.
So you're not even playing any video games
No.
yet. Yeah.
I'm
This
watching
is when I
Looney
started
Tunes.
really getting into, because I remember there was a point I had every Madden cover. I remember I was like, okay, 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009. I had them lined up. I'm like, that made me feel good seeing, go from
Yeah.
one year to the next.
Yeah.
As a little gamer, you know what I'm saying?
I can say that like I had Madden 96 for the Sega Genesis. That's
Okay.
the only game I've ever had. Madden game that I ever bought.
Okay.
I had one for the 64.
There you go.
Yeah, I
Right.
remember
They even had-
everything from 09 with Brett Favre on. Everything else is like I was getting whooped.
2008, the cover athlete of Madden 2008. Everyone knows this person. It is Vince Young with the Tennessee Titans.
Vince Young.
Vinny
So
boy.
after his historic college career where he played for Texas, Vince Young was one of the highest rising stars in the NFL, winning Rookie of the Year and making the Pro Bowl. That is until he graced the cover of Madden. Young would miss a game due to injury that season, but that was only the beginning of his troubles to come. Young soon deemed mentally unstable and placed on suicide watch. The Titans ended up releasing him, and he bounced around the league for a few years after that, before ultimately taking a job back at the University of Texas, of which he was later fired from.
Yeah,
Yeah.
got
This
hard.
curse got petty. Oh my god. Yo, the curse really said, so we've been on a track record
done
of taking
turned-
legs.
Let's just put it like this. I remember Vince Young.
We've been taking legs, but nah.
The curse was like, yo, we've been getting him with the leg injuries. How can we spice this up a little?
Mental
illness.
Well, let's just put it like this.
CTE.
Let's put, I remember Vince Young because Dad's a big Texas fan. And the year prior of him joining the league, they did win the national championship, Texas.
They did, yes.
So I remember because he was coming in as like he's gonna go number 1, number 2, like as top quarterback in the
Yep.
draft, and that was one of the years. This is in between, like the Jets needed a quarterback because we
This-
always do.
Yeah, this was the year like the Jets could have got.
They're like, oh, Vince Young's Jets are gonna get Vince Young this stuff and a third. That never happened. I'm glad it didn't happen.
Like, would you say you're glad that it didn't happen? Cause
Oh, I'm very happy.
He
It
would have
didn't
given us
happen.
one good year.
Yeah,
And
and
have to
then
pay out his contract while he's in the psych ward.
exactly. And then we get to Madden 2009.
If you're thinking about hurting yourself, seek professional help.
Please. With Brett Favre.
Cocksucker!
Wow.
Well,
Sniff, sniff.
have you heard what Brett Favre is doing? He's stealing money from people, and he's going to go to jail for it.
Brett Favre jerks off cattle.
He does, and he was actually caught in the locker room, I believe, jerking off one time.
No, there was some sexy time.
No, he was sending dick
He
photos
was
to
sending
people,
dick
right?
pics to people. Yeah,
All right, cool.
Today he would be arrested and it'd be known as sexual harassment. Back then it was just a scandal. Like, hey man, you don't do that. She complained. He apologized. We move forward. If that happened today, he'd be arrested. There'd be a piece on MSNBC about him.
Izzy knows all about Brett Favre, don't you, Izzy?
Brett Favre.
Brett Favre dick pics.
Gunslinger. Brett Favre.
Let's
You're
play it.
slinging more than footballs.
Brett Favre spent this season to 2008 season with the New York Jets,
Cocksucker.
which
Ew.
on top of the on the field struggles, which he did. I'll be honest, that season
Look kind of crazy.
the Jets went 8-3. They started 8-3, and he looked fantastic. He hurt himself that season. He got injured
08, right?
in 08
Yeah.
and didn't tell anybody
Well, yeah. Was he on the cover as a Jet or a Packer?
as a Packer.
Okay. No Jet
course,
players ever.
He's gonna
graced
be
the cover.
remembered as a Packer.
I agree with you. He's got to
Yeah,
be remembered
he
as a
should
Packer.
be.
But he got injured that season, didn't tell anybody because he didn't want to risk. He had I think it was at that point, 252
No,
games.
we're still talking about the 09 game, bro.
Yeah. He had a 252 game start streak. So he started 252 games straight,
Yeah.
and he didn't want to lose that record. So he got hurt, didn't tell anybody. And the Jets went, I think it was 5-3. No, they started 8-3. They finished the year at 9-7, I think, that year, and they went
Yeah.
1-5.
They tanked.
Or
the rest
one
of the
and
year.
1-4 after for like the last month.
Yep.
They could have made the playoffs because that year was the same year, 2008, that Brady hurt himself, and they had Matt Castle. The Patriots had Matt Castle starting that season, and the AFC East championship went to the Miami Dolphins and Chad fucking Pennington.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm useless NFL knowledge here. I'm a tortured Jet fan. 2010 was the first time they donned two people on the cover, and that was one of my favorite covers.
Let's go.
It was Troy Polamalu and Larry Fitzgerald.
Hell yeah.
Even though there were two players on the cover of the 2010 version of the game, both players had unfortunate events to follow. The Steelers, coming off a Super Bowl win over the Arizona Cardinals in the previous season, missed the playoffs, and Troy Polamalu only played 5 games due to a slew of knee injuries. And Larry Fitzgerald, who played for the Cardinals, on the other hand, survived the regular season but missed the entire playoffs with a rib injury. So they
Yeah.
both got hit with injuries the year after, while they were both in the Super Bowl the year before. Yes, Cito.
Finally, something different.
Yeah, now we
Yeah,
had
not-
knee injury and then
With
a
knee injury,
re-injury.
anything like
A rib
like,
injury.
lean below
Yeah.
a rib.
Well,
I was
let's
like
just put it like
sitting
that.
waiting for a rib injury.
The reason why
I'm waiting
it's-
for like a shotgun blast.
well, let's just put it like this. The reason why it's so like NFL, like it changes these players' career because they use their legs
Oh,
mostly
yeah, of course. I'm
for
just saying.
and if anything below the knee or affects their legs, they're gonna be a different player.
Yeah,
I've
no, I
never
understand
seen-
that
yeah.
part. It's just
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
I mean, I am totally.
I mean, besides DeMar Hamlin, who could never play because his heart gave out.
Okay.
So
yeah,
like,
like I'm a totally different person now that my leg got fucked up all those years ago. I can't do the same thing I used to do.
yeah, you were lazy before and lazy after.
but
it
this
didn't
was
fuck
around the
anything
time
up.
I'll never
where
be able to tap
The
dance again.
NFL lets you play football. Like it was full contact.
Yeah,
It still
and
was full contact, but
yeah,
it
and
was
then
like
this is way before like
You got
CTE
fucked up,
stuff.
man.
And
helmet to helmet. You know.
before they
like,
pussified the game. Let's just put it
Yeah.
like that. The
Yeah, I
game's-
remember.
I don't think it's pussified because you're trying to save lives here.
I know.
game's
I remember
pussified.
NFL.
It's a very rough game to begin with.
I remember NFL.
It's
was
NFL,
a lot
like-
let's
more-
prevent brain injury.
Let's just put it like this.
NFL diet. Diet
The
NFL.
the fucking Pro Bowl that happened today was flag football.
Yeah, well, who wants to fucking pad up and really hit people?
Everybody who watches the Pro Bowl, Shaun Taylor
Shaun
almost
Taylor.
killed Tom Brady in the Pro Bowl.
Yes.
That was a beautiful sight.
Sean Taylor was out for blood.
He was out for blood. Unfortunately, Shaun Taylor died of a gunshot wound to the leg, but
Rest in peace.
rest in peace, Shaun Taylor. Great safety. Washington Redskins, if I can say that.
He was.
Technically, he was a Redskin when he played.
So
He
the
never played for the Commanders.
Madden 2011 was Drew Brees. Drew Brees was also able to survive the regular season, but in the first round of the playoffs, the New Orleans Saints went up against the Seattle Seahawks team that made the playoffs at 7-9. And that was the year of Beast Mode. That was the
Oh,
year of Marshawn Lynch,
Yeah,
and he ran through that defense.
I'm just here because I don't get penalized or whatever.
And he ran through that. Izzy, you remember that game, right? The Marshawn Lynch game.
He did that to the Saints.
He did that to the Saints.
Oh my God.
And he grabbed his dick
He did.
while jumping in the end zone saying, "Suck it."
Word up.
If you,
it had to
I'm
be
warn-
like, what, 6 people touched him?
yeah,
or
he
something?
threw all of them on, and it was like a 60-70 yard run.
Yeah.
If I'm advising everyone, because if you're not even a sports fan, watch this run. It is the funniest fucking shit you'll ever see.
It is, because Marshawn Lynch runs like his pants are sagging. So he kind of got
Well, he
like
looks
this
like a guy
widespread run.
who sags his pants. Like,
Yeah, but he runs like running from the cops. Like he's
it
straight.
was fucking hysterical.
And he's high stepping. People are grabbing his legs. He doesn't even find a hole. He just rushes through.
He's watching it right now. Like, see,
Oh,
look, he's
it's-
supposed to be stopped. Nope, grab.
Still.
Nope. Pushes him off. He literally destroys Tracy Porter. Pushes him off. Nope.
The
Goes around the other
nastiest,
side,
like,
turns around, grabs
Yep.
his dick.
The nastiest stiff arm. Like
Nastiest stiff arm Tracy
throwing
Porter.
people to the ground.
So Drew Brees didn't really suffer from this as big. The only thing they're saying is that a 7-9 team who basically shouldn't have been in the playoffs destroyed his. I believe they were 11-5. No, they were 10-6. And the problem with that is the Seattle Seahawks, who were 7-9, faced a 10-6 Saints team. The Seattle Seahawks were home. The only reason they were home is because they won a division, and the New Orleans Saints made it in by a wild card. And that's the reason why. So they're like, he never suffered an injury. Let's put it like that. Drew Brees never suffered an injury after this.
Yeah,
and he
Drew
turned out to
Brees.
be probably, if not for Tom Brady or Peyton Manning, I would say he's one of the best quarterbacks of all time.
he's one of the most consistent quarterbacks of all
Yeah.
time. I mean, sure, everybody has their lowlights and highlights, but Drew Brees has always been that guy where he's just consistent, you know?
Yeah.
So
And the Saints were always in it. Like him
yeah.
and Sean Payton, they were a complete.
yeah, they were never like a bad team. They were always like a team you always got to watch out for.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing everybody's watching the video right now.
Yeah.
You see
Yeah.
that?
Hold on, rewind that.
That was
Like,
that was
oh my
great.
God.
That was great.
Marshawn Lynch, beast run.
The stiff arm alone.
Other
Number
side of the
22,
30.
That's
Tracy
yo,
Porter.
That stiff
He
arm
said,
Boom.
"Get the fuck up." There's a video out there. If you guys
Look at him.
watch it after this, someone did a voiceover, and he said, "Get the fuck off me, suck my dick," all that. It
He
was
got fined for that too.
It was fucking hysterical.
He got fined for the crotch grabbing, and he had to change it up to something else, right? It was like a
Mhm.
like he grabs the back of his head instead. But anytime he has like a nasty run, grabbing his dick the whole way.
And that is the best way. Like when you're getting your dick sucked, just like yeah.
Okay. We're gonna get to the
He's
next
still
one.
presenting his area, so but he's just not grabbing it.
We'll get to the next one because it's the most interesting one. Yes, I see that. I think we're going a little bit longer for this one because it's the third segment, and we'll just sit there and I'll get through most of these right now. So Madden 2012 is Peyton Hillis. Peyton Hillis might be the definition of a one-hit wonder in the NFL. After rushing for more than 1,100 yards to earn the cover spot, Hillis barely cracked that total by a combined total over the next 4 years.
God damn, that boy sucked.
And then he was out of the league.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That boy sucked.
How long he had in his career total? How many years he had?
I believe Peyton Hillis only played for 6 or 7 years.
Yo, the curse.
So
really
what?
said,
He
we
was
ain't
like
gonna-
a
The curse
rookie
really said
when
we
he,
ain't gonna hurt you. We'll let you do your thing.
2008 to 2014. So yeah, 6 years.
That boy
And the
sucked.
teams
Like
that he
a-
played for,
Yeah.
he started off with Denver, then did 2 years with Cleveland, and then 1 year with Kansas City, and then finished his career with the Giants. Let's put it like this. So 2010, now the years before, he wasn't the most consistent running back previous. Like if you look at his stats, he rushed for 334 yards his rookie year with only 5 touchdowns in Denver. The next year, only 54 yards and 4 touchdowns. 2010 is when he rushed for over 1,100 yards and he had 11 touchdowns.
It must have been like a really dry season for the NFL. That
2010. So after 2011, he sat in 587 yards, 3 touchdowns. 2012 in Kansas City,
Jeez.
309 yards, 1 touchdown.
What?
And then with the 2 years with the Giants, he didn't even crack 400 yards
That
rushing.
man sucked. Donkey dick.
So he was a big, like, this is his stat line. He is, he's 6'1", 240 for a running back. That's a fullback.
Yeah,
Yeah, but he's tall for a running back.
He's a full, and he's like a bulky guy. He looks like
a big motherfucker.
a skinhead. I'm just gonna put it out there. So in
Wow.
Madden 2013.
Now we've lost the skinhead demographic, Joe.
I
Thanks.
said he looks like a skinhead.
Wait,
Didn't say
we don't
he
want
is.
them.
So Madden 2013, Megatron dons the cover. Calvin Johnson.
Megatron.
And when you have a name like that, you know you're a good player.
Oh yeah, a name like Megatron has to
Megatron.
be given
So-
to like an ultimate receiver.
Calvin Johnson broke the single season record receiving yards in his cover year and still grabbed at least 1,000 yards in his next 3 seasons. But Johnson unexpectedly retired early from the NFL just after 9 seasons with the Detroit Lions.
I don't think it's a curse. He just
Well, he was
He
playing
checked
for the
out.
Detroit
That's
Lions, so just put it like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He was playing for the Lions, and he had Matthew
you can
Stafford.
only go so far with the Lions. So
He was like, "Fuck this shit, I'm out." That's
it
what
was
he
a
did.
smart move before something bad happened.
And then Madden 2014, which was Madden 25 years after the first.
Right.
It was Adrian Peterson.
AP.
Adrian Peterson recovered from ACL tear to almost break the NFL season single rushing record the year before he was on the cover. So he recovered from an ACL tear and almost broke the single season rushing record the year before he was on the cover.
Right.
But he ended up dropping off a big time by more than 800 yards the following season that he was on the cover. However, it wasn't until the season after that Peterson felt the curse, missing all but one game in 2014. And what they're not saying also is that at one point he was arrested for hitting his kid with a switch.
I mean, that's that old school kind of mentality.
He was arrested for that?
Almost arrested.
I was raised this way. I should be able to raise my child this way.
He wasn't arrested, but there were I believe there was a
Investigating it?
investigation, and the NFL suspended him.
If your parents are beating on
Yeah.
you, please seek
Yeah.
help.
That's why I'm saying if
Don't beat your kids.
That's what I'm saying. As far as Adrian Peterson goes, I mean, he's a great running back. Even in that dry season where he fell off like 800 yards.
Yeah,
he's
he
a
still
great-
ran. I believe when he fell off 800 yards, that's how good his one season was. He fell off by 800 yards, but he still rushed for over 1,000 yards.
And it's still like all that spotlight from the NFL, and then to go.
Yeah, but
beat
after
your
that,
kid, you know,
let's just put it
something
like that.
gets-
So
is
let
gonna
me
get a
look
lot
at
of
his stats
attention.
real quick.
Don't abuse your kids. Mentally abuse them. That doesn't leave scars.
So he retired in 2021. So after the year that he rushed for,
Bad. Dude. You're lucky I don't have my spray bottle.
so he rushed for 2,097 yards the year that he won almost won the single season record. So he rushed for 2,000 yards that season.
Yeah.
That's what got
damn.
him on the cover.
That's what got him on the cover.
Of course, why not?
And he rushed for 12 touchdowns that season also. But he played a couple more seasons, rushed for 1,200 yards a season after on the cover, 2013. Then he rushed for 75 yards the following season. That's the year he got hurt. Then he came back and rushed for 1,485 the season after he got hurt.
Good
Not
shit.
Good.
Not bad.
The next year after that, he rushed for 72 yards because he only played 3 games. He got injured again. After that, he only played, after getting hurt the second time, he only played 2 full seasons and then 1, basically, like 15 games of that season. So basically 3 full seasons, but there was 8 seasons after that. So 3 out of 5 full seasons after he got hurt. Only gracing 1,000 yards one of those seasons. And he played for Arizona. He played for New Orleans. He played for Washington. He played for Detroit. He played for Tennessee. He played for Seattle.
Let me ask
Finishing
you a
his career at
question.
As
Seattle.
much as I hate the Vikings, he was a good running back.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
If you're a high impact player, a guy who gets on the field and puts up numbers, you're obviously playing the game more than other players because you're making a difference.
Yeah. You get those minutes.
The likelihood of you getting hurt
Increases when you play more
increases
time.
exponentially the more time you're on the field.
Mhm.
So could we say that this curse isn't so much a curse that like somebody put on the NFL or some random crap like that, and more of just like the likelihood of a professional player who is a good player who makes the cover based on how good he is, the higher chances of he's going to get hurt eventually.
I can see that, and
Makes sense.
it does make a lot of sense, and most likely it's
I
probably.
mean, there
what
are
it
like
is.
exceptions to rules, like Peyton, who didn't fucking he had one
That's
good
something to say,
year.
Sito?
What about the mental issues? Like,
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, there's
CTE.
there's aspects of what you're saying that probably is probably correct. The thing with that is, especially when it's something like Adrian Peterson or Michael Vick, these people were in the heights of their career
Sure.
and just never were the same person after that.
Yeah, I mean, you could also look at like people from other professions who go through something traumatic, and you look at them and go, they weren't the same afterwards. Like, so you
Yeah.
look at Bruce Willis. Like, he was at the top of his career, and then he started like getting mental issues, and now we know that he's
Bruce
not
Willis
good.
hasn't made a good movie in 20 years.
That's my point. Like, he was like a box office draw, and then all of a sudden, forget Bruce Willis has a mental thing. That's more recent. Take someone like Mel Gibson, who was a box office draw.
He still is.
Right, but he went on a drunken bender, and he said, "I hope you get raped by a pack of and everyone said, "Fuck Mel Gibson."
Well, besides, just saying, keep on blaming the Jews for killing Jesus and
that
all
too,
that.
that takes a hand in it. My point is, this is a man who was like a big part of cinema for a long time, and then does something crazy. His career tanks, and he took a long time to get back to that point.
Yes.
Like, there are things like, you're not going to ever be that guy
the
again.
difference with that is, and again,
Alec
it's,
Baldwin's in like 4 times. He's doing it right now. He cashed in all of his douchebag points because he killed a woman.
let me put it like this.
some people just never recover, like Paul Walker.
Yeah. Oh, he's
sorry.
dead.
Yeah, that's not nice.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
Let's just put it like this.
Some careers crash and burn, like Paul Walker.
Let's just put it like
Or
this.
Kobe's.
Okay. Oh no.
Here we go. This guy.
That was too soon.
Yeah, that was wrong.
See,
Kobe's-
like we could sit there if
his
Kobe.
career didn't crash and burn,
If
just he
and
did.
this is not, don't hit me
His
because
career was complete.
if Kobe was on the cover the year before and then crashed and burned, we can add that to the list.
Yeah, I guess
To-
so.
Oh, yeah.
But let's just put it like this. And I said this like 4 times now. When you're a cover athlete, besides Peyton Hillis, because I understand you're rushing for 1,100 yards, but like 1,100 yards gets you the cover.
Yeah,
But that was
weird.
also the first year they had fan voting for the cover.
Oh, okay.
So he did make an impact with the fans, because the big white guy running quarterback. I saw a video, and I don't know if and everybody's seen the movie. They compare this
Longest
to
yard.
like Peyton Hillis's year was Steve Austin in that one movie.
Longest yard.
Yeah, in the Longest Yard, and you're like, that's how a white man runs a football. That's how they're basically doing it. But it is very difficult, and these next couple of people over the last years,
Steve
like,
Austin dropped the N-word in that movie, too.
yes, he
He
did.
didn't have to prep for that at all. It kind of just, it felt so natural. He's like, you want me to say that? Yeah, Steve, do you want to practice? He's like, no, I got it.
I'll just put it like this: the next couple of ones are really big stars. All right.
Uh-huh.
So 2015 was Richard Sherman.
Ah.
And Richard Sherman ended up putting up a great season following his appearance on the cover. He injured his elbow, but ended up healing in time for the following season. His stats did dip for most part of the following few seasons, but to ultimately being released by the Seahawks and signed by the 49ers, where he has enjoyed somewhat of a resurgence. And this obviously is a little bit older, but he did take a dip. And the problem with Richard Sherman is that he was part of a group of like D-backs,
Right.
defensive backs. They
Yeah.
called them the something of Doom, the Legion of
Legion
Doom.
of Doom.
And they were like, that's the year they won the Super Bowl and everything. Like,
Richard Sherman,
They
Cam
were-
Chancellor
fucked.
was in that.
Yep.
It was They had a beast. Something Baldwin. Who was the?
Doug Baldwin was a wide
Doug
receiver.
No. There was somebody he was a linebacker.
Well, their defense was incredible.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, like Richard Sherman is a good cornerback.
I seen him cover with one arm. I think it was that time he got
Yeah.
injured in that game.
He was a good cornerback. He was a great cornerback
Great.
with the Legion of Boom. You took him off there, you put him on San Francisco. He wasn't bad.
No,
but he wasn't
not.
the same player he was with the Legion of Boom.
Right.
So I
Probably
don't
more
know.
of a chemistry thing.
Doom. Sorry, Doom.
Doom or Boom. It was one of them.
I don't think you could sit there and classify as part of like, oh, he was on the Madden cover and that's why. But I just think that he had great numbers because of who he was playing with,
Right.
compared to him playing by himself on another team that didn't have the same players, you know?
Yeah, his friends basically.
So Madden 2016, we get Odell Beckham Jr. So Odell Beckham Jr. had some issues in the year he was on the cover, but his performance on field was actually quite good. It wasn't until 2017 when Beckham sustained a serious leg injury, missing 12 games. Following one more lower production season in New York, he was dealt over to the Cleveland Browns, where he has endured the worst statistical years of his career.
Legion of Boom.
Legion of Boom.
Legion of Boom.
In Madden 2017, you had Rob Gronkowski. Rob Gronkowski technically won a Super Bowl the year he was on the cover, but he still had an injury-riddled season.
Right.
He started only 6 games, missing the entire postseason, and ended up the regular season with 25 catches, 540 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
So Odell and Gronk, they just suffered injuries after because they were still good players, even probably 2 seasons in.
And then we get to the year that, now this is 2018. We get to the year that Tom Brady donned the cover of 2018. Well, Tom Brady himself has put up best statistical seasons of his career in his cover year. His New England Patriots ended up losing the Super Bowl to the Philadelphia Eagles, led by quarterback Nick Foles, in one of the bigger Super Bowl upsets in history. Now, you could say that's the thing, but we're going to get to later on, like now. But in 2019, this is the big one. 2019 was the year that Antonio Brown was on the cover. And did we all know Antonio Brown?
AB.
That was the guy that played for Pittsburgh, right?
Yep.
Played for Pittsburgh. Went
Oh
to
my God.
He went to
the Jets.
No, he wasn't on the Jets.
No.
Wasn't
Tampa
it,
Bay.
Wasn't I thought it was Cincinnati.
Tampa Bay.
He
He quit
I thought it was
on the
Cincinnati
Jets
or-
field.
Yep.
Okay.
No,
I'm
no,
sorry,
he
I'm
Was
sorry.
it Cincinnati or the Browns that he went to?
No, he played for. He was traded from monster career in Pittsburgh, then
Yeah,
was
good
traded to Oakland, because all criminals go to Oakland.
Right.
Well, the Raiders.
It's
I'm
true.
not saying. Look at the one guy. He wasn't on the cover. Henry Ruggs ran somebody and killed somebody over. Ran somebody
Raiders-
over and killed them,
Raiders are the gangbangers of the NFL.
going
Yeah.
like 110 miles an hour and didn't stop.
Yeah, if you played for the Raiders, chances are you probably
have a
Have a
record.
record.
you have a record, a baby's mama, or a baby's mama with a record.
Right.
Yes.
Or once lived in a trailer.
Or a
park.
really good lawyer.
Access to a ton of meth.
Yes. So basically, Antonio Brown was arguably the best wide receiver in football when he was awarded the Madden cover.
Right.
His stats on the field didn't seem to be affected by the curse, but the same cannot be said for his off-field dealings. Brown was traded by the Steelers due to all of his antics following the season, and this only got worse from there. He never even played a regular season snap for the Raiders, giving himself frostbite and basically demanding to be released within the few days of training camp.
Yep.
He was then signed by the Patriots, who were then forced to cut him after appearing in just one game when Brown was accused of sexual assault.
Right.
He has been out of the league with no timetable to and then he was signed when Brady went over to Tampa Bay, and then he started having more off-field antics, and that affected his on-field antics. I remember that game when he quit.
Yeah, so do I.
They were playing the Jets, Tampa
Yep.
Bay.
And I was like, what
And
the
the
fuck's
Jets
going
were
on?
beating their asses that game. That was 2020. No,
Yeah.
2021. Last year. They were beating their asses that game. And of course, Brady comes back to win the game in the final drive
Without AB.
without AB.
Yeah,
but
he starts
AB,
like stripping.
he started stripping on the field, throwing his uniform and shit into the stands at MetLife.
What
And-
quarter was that?
Huh?
Was that before the second half?
That was like
No, that was like December.
no, but
no,
like
second
what
half.
quarter.
It was that.
Oh,
It was like the second quarter.
No, it was the third quarter.
The third quarter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they were still beating the Jets. The Jets were still beating them at that point, and I'm like, there's a lot of game left. Like,
And he just caught like a really good catch, like
yeah,
prior to doing
and
that.
he basically got into an argument with a coach on field, and said, "Fuck y'all," stripped, threw his uniform into the stands, ran as the Jets are starting a play, ran into the field towards the tunnel. Like usually players go around the field while the ball's in field. He didn't. All the cameras toward him. The Jets are running a fucking play. Like they hand the ball off, and the camera. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Did we get the first down?
Nope.
And he was like, and then a lot of shit after that, like, Tom Brady and his wife divorced, and there's rumors now that he's fucking Tom Brady's wife, and he's been caught naked in a pool in like Syria or some shit like that.
He just came out recently and said that James Harrison gave him CTE. That's why he's so emotional and aggressive.
Well, if you know James Harrison, how he hits, I could see that.
Yeah, but he played with James Harrison in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
So he's saying after
during
that,
practice.
Yeah, during practice, yeah.
It's like
after that, his life has never been the same.
So in Madden 20, Patrick Mahomes dons the cover, but I believe was this the same year? No, sorry. But yeah, Patrick Mahomes on the cover. He won the Super Bowl the year before and was the MVP of the Super Bowl. So it wasn't all bad. Still, his production dropped significantly when it was all in the 2018 season that earned him the cover spot. He also dealt with a scary midseason injury that year and cost him 2 games. Just more and more injuries.
I don't think he really got affected. He came off light.
2021, the cover athlete was Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson had a significant decline in production after gracing the 21 cover following an MVP season. He saw a sharp drop in passing touchdowns from 36 to 26, while throwing fewer yards, 27. He was over 30. He was over 3,000, but he was 2757, and more interceptions, 9 than he had the previous year. He also had 201 fewer rushing yards, and his Baltimore Ravens lost in the divisional round after making the playoffs as a wildcard team. So he didn't have an injury. Well, that year following, because he did get injured badly.
Yeah, but he still got plenty of career ahead of him.
Yeah, I mean, and then that's where it ended here. But we know there was another Madden. It was 2022,
Tom Brady,
and it was a duel. It was Tom Brady as the Tampa Bay Buck with Patrick Mahomes.
Yes,
because they both played each other in the Super Bowl the prior year.
Right.
Mahomes has now had a bad injury, but it hasn't cost him any time out. And he's in the Super Bowl.
Yep. So he had a bad injury. I mean, the Chiefs weren't the same team this season. Like they lost to the Bills, I think. Did they lose to the Bills this season? They did, right?
Bills, yeah.
During the regular season.
Who?
The Chiefs.
Yeah.
But he did get hurt during the AFC Championship game. He's going to play the Super Bowl, or AFC Divisional game. He played the championship game, and he's going to play the Super Bowl.
Right.
Tom Brady, however, cannot say the same thing.
Tom Brady has retired.
Tom Brady's retired now. But Tom Brady during the season, significant drops in everything. And it was a first round knock for him. So let's look at his statistic value. So from 2021, he passed for 5,300 yards with 43 touchdown passes. Now, he did pass for 4,600 yards this past season.
That's
still good.
Yeah.
Only 25 touchdown passes.
How many interceptions?
He threw for 12 last year, 9 this year.
That's a little.
The Bucks went 8 and 9 though.
So it wasn't good enough to get the job done.
So it wasn't. I mean,
a lot of yards. He usually doesn't.
He also didn't have Rob Gronkowski. Gronkowski retired the season before.
Right, he didn't come back.
He didn't have most of the weapons he had the previous year, and he had a shitty offensive line.
Yeah.
So if you want to count those into effect, now I'm not trying to defend the guy. I fucking hate him with everything. I'm a Jet fan. Have to. But there was a steep decline, and now all off-field things are happening for Tom Brady. During the season, he did divorce. He got a divorce. I forgot for what reason. Does anybody know reason why he got divorced?
It was because she wanted him to retire from the NFL and become, a family man.
He did retire the last season.
But he wanted to go back.
He retired, then unretired 2 weeks later.
And then his wife divorced him.
I know why.
Why do you know why, Anthony?
But this I can't really
It's speculation.
Yeah, but if I go into this now, it's kind of like going into what I was talking about before. And I can't, I don't know if you want to start that. We want to take a break first.
We're going to take another break.
And then you want me to come back and I'll kick it off.
And then we'll talk about what we think about the Madden Curse and whether it's real or not.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
If you like this video today, please click the like and subscribe button and make sure to hit the notification icon to keep up with all our videos.
And welcome back to our Madden Curse episode presented by Dubby.
Shout
I
out
know
to
you
Dubby.
guys are probably tired of hearing about it, but I don't care.
Shout out to the product placement. I don't give a fuck.
Go to dubby.gg, punch in the code Is This Real when you go to purchase, and you get Is This Real PC, sorry, all one word, and you get to have 10% off your Dubby order.
Correct.
Dubby, it's delicious and energizing. And now we go to what everybody believes. And I'm going to get to you last. I'm going to make you wait, motherfucker. Cito. And so all this information that you heard, not being... Because you're not really a big sports fan, right? Like, you don't watch football as like intently or Izzy and I do.
Yeah,
right?
not compared to you guys.
Yeah.
I watch like a casual game like here and then.
Yeah, like if it's a Super Bowl, you'll sit down and watch.
Yeah, a
right?
Super Bowl or like a Giants game or something, like some type of team I'm root for is like I have the time for it.
Yeah. So hearing all this shit and hearing about the injuries, what do you, give me some feedback on it.
All right, so there's two sides of me that are thinking right now. There's the more logical side, you know, like Anthony said, being a cover player, being like the high valued player that these players are, they're gonna get more time on the field. More time on the field equals to a higher chance to get injured.
Yes,
of course. It's like comparing like a correlation and causation type thing. Like that makes more of a sense for a more scientific thing. I guess my more scientific mind, I guess, is the best way to put it. But me, it's a weird coincidence overall. Like you can't just sit down. Like if it happened like 5 times, 6, like okay, sure, whatever. But it's like every single year is what gets to me. And there are certain things that you can't just argue like, oh yeah, he played more.
Oh, it's way more than 50%. It's almost. I mean, if you're talking about from 1988 to now,
Yeah.
I mean, we're dawning. I think now over 30 years of Madden,
Pretty
and
much.
they didn't have any cover athletes until 1998.
Yeah.
So, I mean, John Madden's dead, so you can't say the curse got to him because he died 20 years after he donned the curse.
Right.
So, you know, so it's basically 100% something bad has happened to all
It's
these
something
athletes.
weird. Like it's coincidence, but it happens too much to
Yeah.
actually say like there's nothing going on.
No, I agree with Izzy.
Well, you got to think a lot of these curses. Well, the curse is related to an injury. So after they get put on the Madden cover, a season or two goes by, they're injured, or immediately after they're injured. But the game of football has changed so much, especially with the rules and not being less physical, but just like the roughness is toned down, and you know they're starting to cut a lot of things out, helmet to helmet, things like that. So as far as injuries go, we could see a lot less injuries, especially coming up, because I know they're gonna make more changes. So getting put on the cover, kind of now the softness of the NFL is gonna kind of cushion that for players, be more protected, less injuries.
Or what it might do is lead to more, if the curse is real, it might lead to more off-field antics for these players.
If it begins to step off the field, yeah. But a lot of these that we're seeing is on the field.
You
injury.
started with Antonio Brown.
Antonio Brown is I don't know if it will be off the field, because if he has paperwork to prove that it is CTE, then come on, what is he doing off the field to get CTE?
Well, I mean,
he got it from football.
That I understand that, but you're not going to sit there and blame CTE for fucking Brady's wife.
Yeah. I mean,
And
you
then
can
like
blame
bragging
drugs,
about it on
like-
TikTok and Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like if Kanye turned around and said, "Well, I have a cancer. Like, this is why I'm erratic." You
I
know
think
what I'm
all
saying? Like,
the
we can't blame that
popularity
for
and the-
Kanye's shit.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Kanye is a cancer.
Shut up.
I don't know.
And now, Mr. West, what do you think?
Yes. I think that these curses, I think the players honestly like maybe do it to themselves, because of the fact that they have the expectations of just being the star because you're on the cover of this football game puts a maybe unnecessary pressure where
more
you're
expectation, more pressure,
and you're not maybe in your head 100%. I'm not gonna say it's their fault 100%, but you know what I mean, like.
No, I can see that. You have more pressure on you to live up to being on the Madden cover.
Yeah, so
it's not like with Patrick Mahomes or Tom Brady. Like Patrick Mahomes, it really didn't affect as much. Drew Brees, it didn't really affect as much. Like you're not going to sit there and say like these people were these quarterbacks were affected.
But it is an interesting topic because this curse has been more than like 50% success rate. We're talking like at least 60, 70%.
Yes.
Maybe, yeah.
Even higher than that?
Yeah, I'll give it between a 60 and 70%.
Because I think it's like 16 out of the 20-something games that are out there. That's pretty up there.
Yeah.
Pope, you've been waiting patiently.
Please
don't get us canceled.
Let's just face facts. This Madden Curse started in 2000. That's when it really kicked into gear. You could say the special edition cover from 98. You could say the other thing from 99. But we all know truly that this curse started in 2000. This is 23 years of this curse happening. And who else has had a 23-year career?
Tom Brady.
Who was drafted when?
2000.
That's correct. I think Tom Brady.
Y2K.
Thomas Reginald Brady.
I don't know what his middle name is.
Tom Brady has been a plight not only to the New York Jets.
His full name is Thomas Edward Patrick Brady.
Thomas Edward Patrick Brady.
He got another full name in his name.
He has two full names in his name.
He has not only been a plague to the New York Jets, but to the NFL in general. And he doesn't stop. And you know what else is going to happen? Now I'm going to tie what I said before. So the curse is Tom Brady. That's what I believe. And now he's gone. So I think this curse, this Madden curse, is not named correctly. It should be called the Brady curse. And now that he's gone, we're going to stop seeing these things. We'll put out Madden 25, 26, 27.
Hold up.
And you won't have these curses. Wait, I'm not done yet.
Okay, I just want to put enough small fact that
There's
yes,
already a Madden 25.
he was drafted in 2000. He didn't start until 2001, though.
Doesn't matter. He was in the league.
And that's the only reason I'm saying this, because Mo Lewis decided to hit Drew Bledsoe.
I know.
And that's how...
The fact that he was there, it was permeating.
Well, let's just put it like this. Okay.
The stench
was
just there.
Izzy, I think you know this, but to the two people who might not, which would be Wes and Cito, Tom Brady. Let's just put it like this. And this is going to go on a little Tom Brady rant right here.
Oh, I'm not done with mine.
I know. He was a 6th-round draft pick. When you're saying 6th-round draft pick, that is... Big stars.
Drafted at the 199th spot.
There are 7 rounds in NFL draft. He was drafted in the 6th round.
Yeah.
By New England. He was a clipboard holder in Michigan. He was the 4th string quarterback in Michigan. And if you asked his family, they're like, oh yeah, he might make a couple $100,000 playing in the NFL after he gets drafted, but he's probably gonna do something as a lawyer later in life. They basically said Tom Brady looked like the person who would drink a whole keg of beer at a party in college. He wasn't the most physically formed person. Still isn't. I mean, he looks like a twig now. Like, he got the role, the starting quarterback position, when Mo Lewis of the New York Jets, the linebacker, basically killed Drew Bledsoe on the field. And it started down a path with so many controversies inside Tom Brady stuff, and controversy as far as new rules being added to the books because of stuff that happened to Tom Brady during games. Deflategate, Spygate, all these things. Again, Spygate wasn't Tom Brady, but it would happen with his team. So many things have happened from this team and Tom Brady over the last 23 years. Anthony's right. He was a plague in the NFL, to the fans at least, because the NFL people are going to stick with the NFL people. Mm-hmm. And he was just that, a plague to Jet fans in particular.
And now he's poised, and this is part B.
He's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
He's poised to make $375 or $325 million being in
425.
huh?
400.
Oh, it got upped. Okay. $425 million being a sports analyst for the NFL. And it doesn't stop there. Because that's what we know for sure. Now, what I'm about to say is pure speculation, but I think I'm right. Jeffree Star put up a picture. Jeffree Star put up a picture on Jeffree Star's Instagram. I don't know what Jeffree Star likes to be called, so I will just refer to Jeffree Star as Jeffree Star. On Jeffree Star's Instagram, it's a picture of Jeffree Star doing a mirror selfie and a player of the NFL whose back is facing away to the mirror, so you don't know who it is. But it's got the right build, the right color, the right swirl in the hair for Tom Brady.
The wrong jacket.
We don't know that.
Tom Brady is not wearing a Louis Vuitton printed
Let me
all over
finish.
jacket.
Let's just
Let
put it like
me
that. They
finish.
might have put it. He might have put it on to sway people away from him.
And there's a gun in the
What?
picture for some reason. I don't know what the gun's for. So there's this picture. And I think it's Tom Brady in the picture
I
with
think it is,
Jeffree
too.
Star. So my theory is, does Tom Brady go on to make history once again by transitioning from Tom Brady, cutting off his dick,
Oh no.
and becoming the greatest woman to ever have played the NFL?
Well, no, they wouldn't. They first of all, you're wrong by that. They don't turn around and say.
I know. I'm just saying someone's
No.
going to say that.
No, they wouldn't. They don't turn around and say Caitlyn Jenner was the best track and field person ever. They say Bruce Jenner was.
Is Tom Brady the Bruce Jenner of our generation?
Who
I
knows?
think it remains to be seen. I think it's possible. And here's something else I have to say about Jeffree Star.
No.
No, you're going to hear this one out. I saw another picture on Jeffree Star's Instagram
Why are
where,
you looking at Jeffree Star's Instagram?
because I wanted to see the football thing.
Okay.
So
You
I
lying motherfucker.
I had to go through a few photos to get to it. And in one picture, it's a picture of Jeffree Star, and underneath the caption says, "Throat Goat." Jeffree Star, who the fuck are you to call yourself the Throat Goat?
Okay.
What
Let me finish this.
Tom
Can
Brady
we
is
cut him
hold
off
on.
now?
Tom Brady is known as the greatest of all time.
Tom Brady's a goat. Tom Brady might be the throat goat.
Exactly. No. Called the Throat Goat. Captioned. Listen, I don't care if you like to suck dick. More power to you. But there are careers built on sucking cock. And I, quite frankly, would need to see a video to confirm you calling yourself the Throat Goat. Because I could see thousands of male and female starlets who have graced many DVD covers who could
Okay.
vie for the title
Pope,
of Throat Goat.
Pope, end it.
I'll end it right now.
Can I hit him?
All I want to know is this.
No, Eric's gonna more time after
If you're
we get
going
off
to be the
air.
Throat Goat, you have to have enthusiasm, skill, slobber.
What does this
dirty
have
talk.
to do with the fucking curse?
What's the dirtiest thing that Jeffree Star is going to say? Do I suck it better than Giselle? My point is, Jeffree Star, you don't get to call yourself the Throat Goat and have fun blowing Tom Brady.
What if Tom Brady's the one blowing Jeffree Star?
Oh!
I have nothing to say about that. And if he's the GOAT at sucking dick and he's also the GOAT on the football field, then I just think Tom Brady might have made a deal with Satan.
Well, I've been saying that he's in league with Satan all these years, so.
Tom Brady does kiss his dad on the lips. And he also kisses his children on the lips too.
You want to know why Giselle left him? Because she caught him sucking off Jeffree Star. I would leave my husband.
Anthony, I'm not calling you the Pope. I'm calling you Anthony.
Call me by my name. I'm at the Pope.
What do you think of the curse?
I don't think it's a curse. This is to me just dumb. I think if you're a high profile.
Motherfucker go on a rant talking about that he wants to go see this man suck dick, and all for him to say, "I don't believe in it." Like, what the fuck was the point of that?
If
shit?
Jeffree Star put out a video tomorrow of like a compilation, like, look, the best 25 cocks I've ever sucked, and I watched that shit and I went, you know what, Jeff? You got my vote of confidence. I wouldn't have a thing to say. But to call yourself the greatest of all time and you don't have the fucking
Can we
videos to
mute
prove
him?
it?
For the love
That's
of
bullshit.
God.
I am so sorry, Debbie.
Okay, no, I don't
wouldn't
think there's a
even
curse.
argue if you guys
I
vote
think when you're a high-profile
You're
player,
never going to be sponsored by anybody else.
the chances of you getting injured are exponentially high. And everyone, like, there's only one person a year who makes the cover.
Zito, you have to be more in the frame. I know you're trying to get out of frame. I get that.
Do I have to?
Only one person a year gets to make the cover, but there's so many injuries in the NFL, and those injuries get attributed by people who play the game the most. I think it's all coincidence. But if the next fucking star who gets to be on the
Cover athlete. Just say cover athlete.
next cover athlete goes on to not have any sort of controversies off the field and doesn't have his legs fucked up and has a good career more than 2 or 3 years after the cover, then we know it's Tom Brady. Because he's now retired.
I can sit there and say that. I will agree with that.
We'll circle back in a couple years.
Yeah, we'll circle back in a couple of years.
Jeff,
Yo, what was the cover for?
let me see those videos.
23? What was the cover of 23?
23.
This year's one.
Well, you can just fucking Google it.
I just thought about that. Maybe
Yeah, I
we
thought
could
it'd be...
maybe we could predict the next biggest failure.
Oh, it was John Madden.
Oh, yeah, because he passed away, so they put him on the cover.
Yeah. It wasn't a player.
There was no cover athlete this year, right?
Yeah, it was Shaun Alexander.
Like for
Yeah.
any special editions or
Yeah,
anything
no,
like
I
that?
don't think so.
Wasn't it
I don't know if
Lamar?
I don't know if there was any
Special editions. Lamar was 21. Lamar was the special edition to Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes. Wait, I think so.
John Madden returns to the cover of Madden NFL 23 after more than 20 years of players appearing on the front of games. The legendary coach and commentator graces the cover. It's his first time appearing since NFL 2000, which came out in 1999.
So basically, your book ending Tom Brady's career with John Madden.
Correct.
It's
And-
weird because 23, like when you go to the dashboard of the main menu, they're like players pop up. Sometimes it's John Madden, sometimes it's Gronkowski, sometimes it's Brady. That they just like,
Former
they
cover
change it.
athletes.
Yeah.
And right now, the one for 24, the speculation is Justin Jefferson.
Jay Jetto.
Could be.
Oh, they should.
I mean, it should be whoever.
They should put
wins.
Damar Hamlin on the cover.
They should put Jalen Hurts.
Well, would that count for the Madden Curse? Because he got hurt before he was on the cover.
No, that wouldn't count. That wouldn't count then.
Maybe that's how you break it. Put an already injured player on the cover. Like,
But
he'll
someone
never
who-
play again. But
There's
like,
already some people there who got injured before.
well, that's the thing I'm saying. Like, you're a profile player. You're going to get hurt before and after. But, like, this is a man who only got hurt before.
Who's the running back for the Steelers who passed away this last year? The old time running back, putting him on the cover.
Oh, that's horrible.
Oh.
You mean
Franco Harris?
Franco Harris?
Put Franco Harris on the cover.
Oh, no.
Break the curse.
Just put a dead guy. Well, they put John Madden on it.
Maybe
Maybe
curse
John
is broken.
Madden is gonna end the curse. That
We'll
ends
see.
with John Madden.
Or it could be that Tom Brady retired. Who knows?
I would watch a
And
video.
Tom Brady's gonna be the new John Madden.
I'd watch a video of Tom Brady sucking dick.
Okay.
No.
We're gonna end
Okay,
this
that's
video
enough
here.
from you.
Thank you guys again for joining. West, are you okay? What's wrong, West? He's holding back the urge to Muay Thai.
Holding back
Anthony.
tears.
It's okay, West. It's okay. The bad man can't hurt you anymore.
Actually, you can turn things around. You can hurt the bad man.
That's called assault, Wes. You don't want to hurt the bat.
Actually, it's called battery, but it won't get charged if no one tells.
There's
Well-
video proof.
We're gonna end this video
It's not
here.
hard.
Izzy, thank you for joining us on this
Yes,
episode.
sir.
Everyone say goodbye.
Adios.
Adios,
to me.
motherfuckers.
Remember, guys, to go to Dubby. Get your Dubby products, Dubby.gg. Punch in the code IsIsRealPC. Get you 10% off your products. Go to the Is This Real TikTok page, IsIsRealPC. Follow us on all our social media that's attached there. Follow our website. Go to greenhourmedia.org. And follow our Patreon. Subscribe for that. Is This Real True Crime episodes now are... You think we're bad here? Go to those episodes. You're paying for that shit.
That's only a preview, and you're paying for it, fuckers.
Yes. So if you like dark humor, come follow us for Is This Real True Crime. But again, thank you guys for joining. We'll catch you next week. Anthony, what is our episode for next week?
The next week is the Voodoo Queen of New Orleans and St. Louis
Really?
Cemetery #1.
Really? The Voodoo Queen in New Orleans?
Yeah, because it is. Remember, I told you that's going to be on. It was supposed to be recorded Super Bowl Sunday.
Yes, I'm going to talk to everybody about that after. So yes, the Voodoo Queen of New Orleans.
Well, that's what we're recording next week.
Yes, that's what we're recording next week. That actually sounds like a title song, the Voodoo Queen of New Orleans. I love that. So again, thank you guys for joining. We'll catch you guys later, and we'll see you next week. Remember, question everything. Good night, guys.
Konnichiwa, bitches. It's Ryu West speaking. If you want to find out more about the Is This Real podcast, follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/isthisrealpc, or on Twitter at isthisrealpc, or on Instagram at isthisrealpodcast, all one word.